Hi, welcome to another 747 update for Copilot. We have some really exciting stuff to go over in this update, so let's just work through the list and we'll talk about what we did this week. So, the first one is a big one, and that is we finally launched our integration with Zapier or Zapier, if you call it that. Um, Zapier is a service that allows you to connect apps to other apps, and in fact, there's 5,000 plus apps that you can connect, and you can now do that with Copilot. So your Copilot can now connect with up to 5,000 or 5,000 plus apps. Um, and it's awesome. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do with this. We're already starting to put out some examples of automations you can build in Copilot University. So make sure you go check out Copilot University. I think there's 3 up there right now, but we're going to continue adding more and more as we find different use cases to use Zapier with Copilot, different workflows, that kind of stuff. You can also definitely feel free to check out the Zapier Copilot page. In here, it kind of walks through some samples and it'll walk you through the triggers and actions that we have in Copilot. So you can kind of get in here and see exactly what you can do with this integration. It's extremely powerful, and it's really only limited by your imagination. So definitely make sure you check that out. Definitely make sure you watch the Copilot University videos. That was a big one. Let's do the next one. And that is the time tracking page. So on time tracking, underneath approved time, we redesigned this. Actually, we cleaned up the bar up here in general. We combined some features into 4 different pages, and now there's a settings page with features or with functions in here as well. Just cleaned it up. But the big change is this approved time tracking page. The old approved time tracking page was pretty confusing and not super great, but now this one is awesome. So as you can see, we have daily time tracking with total hours here, and you can filter by employee, and you can go in here and hit approve, and that's all you have to do. But we also have a show and hide more information. So if you do want to see each timestamp and visit that was worked on, you can click this button here, but it all collapses up into each other and it just makes it really clean. So you can see the details that were on here before, but also if you just want to go in here and hit approve, you can. You can also click these buttons here to see total approved time and total unapproved time. So that way at the end of the pay period, if you want to see how much one of your employees worked, you can just filter by them and see they worked 32 hours. So then you can pay them accordingly. So yeah, that's the new time track or approved track time page. Let's see what's next. Generate invoice button. So we have this. We ran into this workflow that some people were using, which is actually really good on the schedule page. And so let me show it to you real quick. This is a good time to mention. We did split up the schedule and dispatch board. So make sure you check that out. We're planning on doing some more features in the dispatch board. Basically, routes, waitlist, and quick dispatch was on the schedule page, but now it's on its own page to hopefully organize it better. But so now we have schedule and dispatch board. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. On the all events page, we added a generate invoice button here. There was a few people that reached out to us saying that one of their workflows that they were doing for invoicing jobs was to go to this page, filter by closed and not invoice, and then they would select all and hit close and invoice. This worked great, except for the only issue was it would re-close the job before it created the invoice. And so the date that the job was closed wasn't accurate because it would actually re-close and it would update to today's date. But now if you go in here and you want to use that workflow, you can just click generate invoice and it'll generate invoice for all those jobs. So pretty fast workflow for generating a lot of invoices at once. All right, next we have under the schedule, we have color options for event types. So let me just change my filters here so we can see more stuff. So now you can change the color of visits, to-dos, meetings, and maintenance. So you can quickly see events by their type based on color. So if I go and change this visit to a darker blue, you can see that it's all a darker blue now. So this is just a nice visual update to hopefully make your schedule hopping faster. All right. Next thing, it's kind of an update, but it's also kind of just an announcement. We have been pretty lenient on enforcing our subscription tiers with the features available. There's a lot of free accounts that are getting access to some of these premium features. And so after this week, we are going to start enforcing what we actually say we're going to do here. And so this is kind of just an announcement to say we are going to do that. Make sure you look at this page. There's a link in the update notes for this week to this page. Make sure you look at this page and look at what features you're using. Definitely check to see if you're using more than 50 customers, if you're on a free account, and kind of determine if you need to upgrade or not. Because after this week, we're going to be enforcing these, and you might not have access if you have over 50 users and you're on the free account. If we enforce that, you might not have access to your account. So definitely sometime this week, go in here and check out which subscription you need and upgrade accordingly. So anyway, that is this week's 747 update. Really, the real hero of this week was the Copilot Zapier integration. Definitely check that out if you use Calendly or Facebook lead ads or Google Calendar or any type of online form or another CRM. It's really great what you can connect with Zapier to Copilot. So definitely check that out. Anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate your support as always, and I will see you next week.